And in some hilarious breaking news, Donald Trump's family just massively embarrassed him on the night of his big RNC speech. Now, as many of you are well aware, at this point, the Republican National Convention has officially come to a close, ending with a big, rousing speech by Donald Trump himself at the end. Now, while Donald Trump is perhaps the root of all evil and the star of the show for the Republicans, the RNC has not been without a bit of levity and moments of hilarity, as we've previously seen. Rudy Giuliani, the former disgraced mayor of New York, stumbled his way into the convention hall. We've also seen none other than Matt Gaetz make an appearance and speak before the RNC, and looking like he's 1 milligram away from overdosing on Botox. But I do believe that the stars of the show are the numerous individuals that are definitely not in a cult and wearing bandages in solidarity with Trump and the recent assassination attempt. No, seriously, it's definitely not a cult. But as we kind of expected, Trump and J.D. Vance, his vice presidential pick, along with numerous other Republicans and MAGA enthusiasts such as Marjorie Taylor Greene, the MAGA queen herself, spent most of the time at the convention peddling a number of different lies, essentially endorsing Christian nationalism and making some pretty wild claims that Donald Trump was chosen by God himself. It really does beg the question if any of these Republicans are mentally fit enough to hold the positions of power that they do. Now, while the Republicans are doing their best to embody the worst aspects humanity has to offer, this is perhaps epitomized by Donald Trump's own family, though it should be noted that as of late, there's been one particular member of the Trump family that has been suspiciously absent from the public eye, and that is none other than Donald Trump's wife, Melania Trump. Now, that actually brings us nicely along to the breaking news that we're going to be discussing and covering today, as Melania has officially made her first public appearance with Donald Trump since he left the White House. Remember that while Trump was on trial and ultimately found guilty of the 34 felonies levied against him, Melania was suspiciously absent. Though I suppose it's not actually that suspicious, as Donald Trump was allegedly and ultimately found guilty of cheating on his wife and then bribing the former porn star Stormy Daniels to keep it quiet. Now, while Trump has been continuing to say that he doesn't know her really that well or has never slept with her, it would seem that the jury of his peers felt otherwise. So it really doesn't surprise me in the slightest that Melania may not exactly be too keen on spending a lot of time with Donald Trump. Now, to exacerbate the clearly strained relationship that Donald and Melania share, Melania kind of snubbed Donald Trump last night at the end of the convention, and that is actually what we are here to talk about today.